Okay, so it is late at night, and I decided to put on a movie. I was looking at my watch list, and I was trying to think of movies to watch. The movie I decided to watch is Life of Chuck. It's directed by Mike Flanagan, stars Tom Hiddleston, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Karen Gillan, Carl Lumley, uh, the all-star cast. It was an excellent movie. It's based on Stephen King's novel or short story. It has this beautiful message about life and what really happens up here, what is up here. How do we depict everything that's going on in our reality? What is our reality type of thing? I don't want to spoil the movie, but I think you should check it out. It's pretty much just like the short story from what I remember. They omit a few things here and there, but it's pretty pretty same. It's the same. Um, that's not why I'm doing this video, right? The review out the way per se. Go watch the movie. Highly recommend. Um, Act 3 in particular was really cool to see it. I think Act 2 and Act 1 make Act 3 even more beautiful. But yeah, go watch it. What I want to say and what I took away from the movie is like something we all know already. It's follow your dreams. It really is follow your dreams. At the end of the day, everything we do, everything we want to do, everything we try to do is just screaming inside of us that this isn't right. Everything that happens is a consequence of our choices. Our choices are what dictate our future. And we can make the wrong choices, we can make the right choices, but we never know. We just make choices. No wrong or right. And honestly, this is the only YouTube video you will ever need. We're constantly scrolling, looking for the next hit, doing things we probably shouldn't be doing on the internet for endless hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. And next thing you know, you're on your phone for the whole day, watching life just fly by. It's no fault of your own, right? It's just, you know, this thing right here is part of our everyday life. But, there's a scene in the third act in the beginning of the movie where the internet goes out. It's a really cool, like, fantasy apocalyptic thing. But all of California, the whole fault line, I guess, goes out. Who knows what's gonna happen in real life? Maybe, I don't know. But the whole thing went out, and internet went out, and everything like that. All around the world, there are other natural disasters that happen, and people lost access to the internet. They couldn't use their phones anymore, pretty much, or anything. And Chiwetel Ejiofor's character Marty, right? I think so. He was talking about how a lot of the kids' test scores and what they were doing, their grades were slipping, majority of the class. And he was also talking about how their punctuation was not up to standard. That's because they didn't have the internet or the phone to look things up, to access things. It's like this phone and internet has become majority of our brain, it seems like. And it's sad that we become dependent and need this in order to do anything. But yeah, I wanted to make this video short, so I'm just going to get into what I'm saying, right? So the point is how, you know, life is full of these different mysteries and unknowns that we don't know. But at the end of the day, you should just follow your dreams and create, make new things, fail at things, learn things from your failures. It's very simple. The point I was trying to make is you could watch every single YouTube video on how to sew and never sew. That's crazy to me to think about how, we're always trying to be a forever student. Forever student is the term I like. We're always trying to just figure out everything, but never do anything. How's that possible, right? With things like technology, it's an endless cycle of scrolling, of nothing. You just numb at the end of the day. We take no action. We just are asleep, but awake at the same time. And I don't know, that scene in Life of Chuck really like hammered that home to me as I like, we don't have time. That's our only resource, but we barely have any of that. They talk about the cosmic calendar and how like December or the last like 10th of it is our entire human history. Thousands of years compressed into this. We're nothing at the end of the day. And yet we don't take action. We're asleep. You know, all of us have bills and things to pay, money to make, families to feed, things that we want to do, hobbies. But yet, none of that feels, I guess, meaningful. Take a step back, you look at everything. You're like, did I really do what I wanted to do with my life, per se? Did I use the time I had efficiently? And the answer is no. The answer is no. No. None of us are perfect. It goes back to like, you know, Quentin Tarantino was on Joe Rogan's podcast and he was talking about how he just fell asleep working in that video store. How being in the video store was everything to him. But he saw, right, his co-worker, the older one that was 30 years old, he saw a window into the future of what his life would become. And that frightened him. He made that list and everything, but the point I took away from that video was he didn't take action. He was asleep for all those years, most of his 20s. Most of us are asleep our 20s, our 30s, just trying to figure out why we're here. What are we doing here? What is the purpose of us being here? And we all have our own set of issues, our own set of problems. I've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. We've all been through a lot. It's just about how can all the things we've been through amount to something? What can we do to ease that pain and trauma? Instead of being asleep, how do we wake up? And that's hard. It's a hard and impossible task, but you know, we find it through things we love, whether it's, you know, I like reading comics. Seeing the Spider-Man set photos really helped. Things like that make me happy. Building computers, hanging out with family and friends. I do like people. Sometimes I tell myself otherwise, but there's so much more to life than working a 9 to 5 and doing that until we're 60. We have to take action. It's up to us. We're our own heroes. We can save ourselves. We have the ability to do that. We're stronger than we know. And yet we don't tell ourselves that enough. We don't. I'm tired of not being strong because there's so much more to us as humans. We're meant to enjoy being here. It shouldn't be a punishment, a burden. And we have enough power to make that happen, no matter what society tells us. So yeah, I'm just making this video to tell everybody to wake up, right? No more falling asleep. It's time to follow your dreams and hopefully come out the other end happy, somewhat different version. So yeah, like Chuck, enjoy your life to the fullest because you never know when it will just